All right, I am live. Let's see. Okay, let's find the link. There. All right. I think I am ready to start coding, at least very soon. I just gotta find where I were last time. Let's see, active hero model is changed. I got here. It's in combat phase. Turn. If the action type is move. And if the action type is switch. Okay. I got here. Yeah, I think I gotta see if it actually worked first. Let's attack first. Okay, 12 HP, 17 HP, switch to this named thingy. And it says I got here. Yeah. Okay, so that worked. Oh yeah. As soon as I go to switch, it has already decided. So I need some sort of reset. Where do I do this? Switch choice. Something to do with decision, maybe? Maybe return focus ID. Maybe it has to be public then, and I use it from outside in battle, maybe. So as soon as I go to case 10, I could say switch choice dot reset. I hope this works. Switch to this hero mon. Switch to this hero mon. Yeah, that works. That was an easy fix. Ooh. Okay. We need the turn function. here. Active Heromon is changed. Yeah, this is the complicated part, I think. I need to find what the actual, or how I define the active Heromon. Maybe in battle. Or maybe it's inside team. Active ID, yeah. So I need to change the active ID. It's public. How do I call on team 1 from here? Inside the combat phase, which doesn't even take team as an argument. Maybe I should just see what happens if I say team T1 and team T2. Team T1, team T2. Oh. If actor is player owned, then it's team 1, T1 dot active ID equals, and now we need to set it to, I think the update also needs, no, it's the choice, let's see, choice, action dot, let's see, choice class, it's here. There we have it. If we make this public, and now I need to fix my errors. Team 1 and team 2. T1, T2. T1, T2. What happens if I try to run? Switch, name thingy, switch to this here one. Oh my god. I'm not really sure. Wait, this one took damage now. Why is that? As soon as if I switch, the HP doesn't switch with it. Wait, the damage is taken. The damage should be taken after the switch. Oh, it's because the target. Yes. Where is turn again? Here. I need to set. Oh no, I can't change it here. Or can I? Actor. Equals T1 dot hero mons active ID. Maybe if I do this, switch. No, that did not work. This did not change anything. Everything is so predetermined. Maybe what I need to do is change the target. Take damage. Where is take damage? Take damage. Where is it used? Is this ever used? Yeah. Target. Oh, hell. This became so complicated. This combat system is not made to switch. Everything is so predetermined. Oh shit, I don't know how this will work. If target... Oh, I would have to add team 1 and team 2. I have a feeling I have to change the entire combat phase just to make the switching work, because everything is revolved around dealing damage. Maybe I will have to add a lot of code here, like a huge block of code just to explain everything that happens when you switch. So if fast dot play around then fast equals t1 dot heromons t1 dot active ID if slow dot player owned slow equals t1 dot heromons t1 dot active ID I'm sure I'm missing something. Yeah, the HP is still there, but the right one took damage. Hey, it's an upgrade. I think I will look into where I'm writing the HP text. And that should be in the battle interface, I think. Yes. I need to somehow update these values. Oh, this is gonna be so messy. This update's gonna take so many arguments. UI, let's say. It needs to be updated here, so we say battle interface UI, and we say UI dot update UI should exist. It's in battle, so no, it doesn't. But what's it called here? B interface. Okay. And turn should have UI. This one as well. And we need to add an update function here. Update. And maybe we need to say team T1 and team T2. And usermon equals T1 dot heromons T1 dot active ID and AImon equals t2.heromons t2.activeID. Did this help at all? (19 HP), 23. Boom. Fight, whip. Boom. Attacks back. Switch to this one. I already see something that's really wrong. So far, it works though. The Heromon selector. Oh no, it's not the selector, I think. What am I looking for? Is it the switch choice? The switch choice has a list of Heromon selectors, yeah. Maybe I need... Oh, no. Not update there. But I do have to... Wait, in update... Oh, it's scrolling through them. And... Oh, a comment. Open World Game Dev Jonty says, hey, hello there. Sorry for not noticing. I equals 0. I is less than selector list, is that right? Dot count I plus plus. So we're looping through the selector list. If selector list at I if selector list I isn't equal to player team Heromons player team dot active ID isn't equal to... Oh no, that's not right. Selector list dot I dot... I need to go to the selector. It has a private Heromon. Maybe I need to have it go public. Dot Heromon. If that Heromon isn't equal to player team Heromon's player team active ID, then I need some sort of private function called sort. With a for loop. And selector list I no, this doesn't work. Maybe I need to sort on every go. Player team dot heromons. No. I need to see what I can do with the selector list. Maybe first and returns first element. No. I want to move the active heromon to the front of the selector list somehow. Maybe I'll have to Google a bit how lists work. C# list. Maybe Heromon selector. Temp selector. If selector list I dot Heromon isn't equal to, wait, if selector list 0 dot Heromon isn't equal to player team dot Heromon's player team active ID. Then I need to loop through the selector list to find the one that's equal to the active ID. So I is less than selector list dot count if selector list dot selector list I dot Heromon is equal to player team dot Heromon's player team dot active ID. Index equals I, and now we know where the active one is, so we can say that selector list temp selector equals selector list 0 and selector list 0 equals selector list index selector list index equals temp selector. I think this is right. This is quite messy. I'm almost surprised. Oh, I was just gonna say I'm almost surprised if it doesn't crash. index was out of range. I sort of understand it because it's -1. Switch to this. Okay, so far so good. And it didn't work. What happens if I do this now? Okay. No. Right line. Active ID equals player team dot active ID. I forgot the plus. Punch. Boom. Switch. Active ID is 0. And that's right. Active ID is 1. So it did work. It does know that the active ID is 1. This is kind of wrong, but if I go by name, didn't work. All that's important is that the active ID is always the first one in the list. Maybe it has something to do with switch button box. No, it's in the selectors. cell ID. If selector list I dot hieromon dot name is equal to player team dot hieromons player team active ID dot name. I feel like index. I need to move this one. The index should be zero at first and 1 on the next go. So index is 0. It goes to 1 and then to 0, if I didn't misread. And that's not strange at all. Because I've changed places here. The big question is why nothing changes here. Huh. Maybe I see what's wrong. Just maybe. All right. The hieromon selector's position box.x and box.y is defined on its ID, and when I switch places in the list, That doesn't change their ID. So in the last step, I should really loop. I is less than selector list dot count I plus plus and selector list I dot ID equals to I believe this might fix everything. Oh, it didn't? It's like this part doesn't work. Maybe all I need to do I'll redo all this and say that selector list at position 0 dot ID no hold up. The selector list or the hero selector that is equal to active ID player team dot active ID I mean that one should have ID equals to 0. So if I loop through them all, and if selector list Heromon equal to player team dot Heromons player team dot active ID selector list I equal no point I dot ID equals to 0. Else selector list dot I wait selector list I.id equals to I. I think this will work actually. But I thought a lot of things would work. No, it didn't. But I need to understand why it doesn't work. Selector list. At player team dot. No, doesn't work that way. String callout, and it's why not? Elect us, and that's because if no, this just makes no sense. This is useless information. I need another loop just to see if it works or what goes wrong. Or maybe I do this. And say selector list I dot hero one no dot ID. So just loop through the IDs. 01010101. Yeah, that doesn't really help. I guess it would only help if I did it once. Like here. No, it happens all the time now. For some weird reason. Oh, wait. Maybe there. That one seems to work. This was useless information again. And this switch button box. The problem might actually be that this happens once. This is the problem. It should be here, at least, as well. Oh my god, did I just solve the issue? Both seems to be having ID 0. Maybe I do have to... Oh no. Console.write line. There. Only zeros and ones, and now it says only 0. If selector list. No, if I isn't 0. Or if I is 0, then Kind of got like a blackout. I can't really think at all. Just going blank. We are looping through the selector list. We want the selector, the hero selector, at a position where the hero selector's Heromon is equal to the player team's active ID Heromon. Whew! We want the selector ID to be 0 then. At first, we have wait. We have 2 selectors here. We have, oh crap. We have 0 and we have 1. Now we chose to switch to this one. Then we put its ID to 0. And that's why it says 00. But we need to in a way put this ID here. And that's a step I cannot take. Because as soon as I want to take that step, it looks like this. And I would be moving the 0 there and it wouldn't help at all. Oh, I can't back. Let's see. So we got these examples again. Oh. We could say that if this isn't equals to active ID aid. Then we find the active ID and save this number. And then put the 0 there. And then put the save number here. I guess that's what I need to do. Oh. Okay. How do I do this? Let's remake the sort function and say if selector list. Wait, I need to loop first. If I equals 0, if selector list maybe first, before we even loop, we ask the question if selector list at 0 equal, if the selector list at 0 heromon equal to player team dot hero, oh crap, heromons dot no at player team dot active ID. If they are the same, then nothing happens. So it should be if they are not the same, then we're looping. And we are saying that we're gonna do we've done this if the first one isn't the active ID, then we need to save this. So this is the next step. Selector list. So we need to find if selector list I dot heromon equals to player team dot heromons player team dot active ID. And index equals I. So we have saved the number. That means selector list at index dot id equals 0, and selector list at 0 dot id no, this one has to go before. Equals to selector list index.id, and then the selector list index.id becomes 0, so they switch place. Okay. Switch. It actually looked like it worked for a second, but no. I need to loop again. If selector list at 0 isn't active ID, see if we write it out like this. So we don't have to loop. 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Does it say 0 and 0 now? Yeah. So that didn't help at all. This did no difference, didn't change anything. I don't understand why though. Is it because index is set to 0 every time? Happens if I put the index here and say that index equals 0. No. I will hard code it and say if selector list at 0 dot heromon equal to player team dot heromons at player team dot active ID. Then selector list at 0 dot ID equals 0, else selector list at 0 dot ID equals 1, and if selector list at 1 dot heromon, I just need to see if this works. It's obviously really ugly code. Right. Selector list 1 dot ID equals 1. Yeah, it worked when I hard coded it. But wait. It's when I switch to that one that I get electus. I need to look at it again. Switch. It's when I click on, oh crap. It's when I click on the switch button, so this switch button. Focus ID. What's that again? Focus ID. Public int, and it returns the focus ID. Battle, that is. Switch ID. And it puts it in the choice. It's basically which ID is going to be the let's see. The focus ID. Temp ID. Focus ID is HS dot click. Heromon selector dot click. Focus ID is this one's ID. What happens if I say that focus ID is equal to heromon? No. I don't have that value. I have built it so that this selector list has to be in the team order. Maybe if the HS dot update, no, the click takes team. So we're looping through the team, and if why don't I have the... Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 and 0. That sounds about right. Oh, wait! It's reversed. When I click on that one, it goes there. So if I want to switch to this one, I click there. Wait, what? I want to change this one. Did it work here? This function returns an integer, which is focus ID. Maybe that's not the right one. I don't remember how it's used. Now it's blank again. It's like I can't even read now. This focused ID system is perfect for these switch button boxes, but it's way too imperfect for the actual choice. Maybe I've been thinking wrong the entire time today. Been using the hero selector ID the wrong way. I don't even remember at this point what's wrong. That's how blank I am right now. I switch to this one, it works. And then it's active. Switch to this one, it doesn't switch. Because when I click on this one... Wait, what? Switch to... Because... Right, I switch to that one. Then it becomes this one because that one had ID 1. And if I want to switch to Electus, Electus has position 0 in the team. And if I click on this one, it will switch to that one because it has position 0. And that's where the problem is. That's why the ID has to be based on the positioning in the team. And I need to use another system for the ordering when switching. When I make the hormone selectors, Maybe I should just... Oh, I hate my mouse. Maybe I should just add them. Didn't really change anything right now, but that's because I changed its ID. And I shouldn't do that. Sort should... I don't know if sort can do anything. This is a big problem. Maybe switch choice should put the positions. Oh, I don't know its values now. Zero, zero. And switch choice will make sure that I loop through the selector list. And if selector list I dot heromon equal to player team dot heromon player team dot active ID. No, not switch button box. It's selector list I dot pos x equals... Oh, I have removed all the information about that. Why? No. The pos x is 50 and y is 200. Selector list pos y equals to 200 and y, oh, need to compare. All right. This is so extremely complicated. I would never have expected this to be this complicated. And I've done this in a project earlier, and it wasn't at all this complicated, but I think I implemented it in a way where switching would be more friendly. Or did I? Yeah, I think I did. I don't think it works in a for loop, to be honest. I think I'll have to hard code this too. So if selector list at 0 dot heromon equals to player team dot heromons player team dot active ID then selector list 0 point pos x equals to 50 and selector list 0 dot pos y equals 200. I guess I can hard code and then loop when I understand what I'm doing. Else and this is gonna be so much code. Selector list 1 dot pos x equals to, I should really do this. $410 and 50. selector list 1 dot heromon equals player team dot heromons player team dot active ID. Then selector list 1 dot pos x becomes 50 instead, and selector list 1 dot pos y becomes 200, and the selector list 0. You see why this is so ridiculous to hardcode? I would need to do all these exceptions for every single heromon you can have in a team, so for 5 of them. It would be ridiculously long code, but you know, if I don't get any loops to work, I will have to hardcode in the end. What? I think I might understand actually. It's because it doesn't update its position. Electas. Oh yeah, that problem too. It's based on focus ID. Oh, they should have more than one ID maybe. Like team ID and position ID maybe, and cell ID. I don't know what that means really. It's the position ID, I think. I think I would need... I need to really see what it is. Selector list of count... What? Oh. It needs... this is the... is it? ID, and we need the pos ID and the TID. No, I don't know what's what. When I click, I want the focus ID to be the team ID. Now I really messed everything up. I think I'm gonna remove everything. It's always hard to know how far you back. Don't want to remove anything important. ID. Just ID. What happens if I back now? Or was it there? Oh, I think I needed that. This is a huge problem. Maybe when I think of solutions, they're always so complicated and they require so much work, and in the middle of the work I'm going to forget what I'm doing. I'm thinking maybe that the click could return like two values at the same time. I think there is like class that contains two integers. Oh, C#. Tuple. Tuple and int maybe. Return value dot item 1 equals, right? Focus ID And what? Item 1 dot no. Gets the value. How do I set value? New tuple focus ID and blah blah. So we need int that's the team ID. We need the host ID as well. Oh, I have no idea. I don't really know what I've done and what I'm not done right now, so I have to remove everything. I don't remember what state I left it in. Right now, switching works like this, and this is the issue. If I click on this one and switch, the thing is that it half works, so I think I know what the problem is, but it requires me to be in a better state. So I think I'm blanking out too much right now. So I'll have to end the stream and be in a more focused state next time. It's kind of frustrating. And I will make sure also that clicking on this gray switch button shouldn't work really. Other than that, I feel like things are working. There's just a frustration that I need to note so I know next time somewhere. Maybe I will put it right here. I really need to give those two ID values. One ID shall be to determine position it has in the switch choice slash while selecting Heromon, and one ID shall determine which Heromon in the team that you have selected. Now focus, or no, relax and do better next time. Goodbye, people. And see you next stream.